Hey everybody, it's MrShyshimo and I'm back again after my break. This is Yugioh and the Falsebound Kingdom. A very kind of out of there game. It's not like a normal Yu-Gi-Oh game. And what I mean by a normal Yu-Gi-Oh game is it's not like card games. It's a game I tried Let's Playing a few years ago, but I never really had any good idea because I didn't know how to work my software very well. So a few things I'm going to say before this episode starts, or before anything starts, is that this game has a very near and dear to me in my childhood because I used to play this. I still kind of did play this for like days on end, trying to get everything perfect and max everything out. Just can't do it just because I just can't keep my mind at it because you just have to go through the campaign over and over again. Another thing. This is the only episode that's going to be filmed in real time. All the other ones, considering this game takes hours on end, I'm going to speed it up and only show the important fights. Usually. Skip everything else because it doesn't happen. Unless something crazy happens, I won't show anything. And another thing, like a traditional RPG, it's not really an RPG, it's actually more like a real-time strategy Yu-Gi-Oh game, which is kind of a bizarre concept. I understand that, and there are a few glitches that might happen that I gotta show you and just to see what happens. But so just bear with me. I'm gonna do my best to read all of the dialogue. I'm not gonna give voices because I'm terrible at doing voices for some of these characters. Anyway, let's hopefully get into here. Data for game already exists. Yes. And right now we have the choice of doing Yugi and or Kaiba, and I'm going to start out with Yugi. Don't let that fool you. War campaign! War campagne! Those who claim to control the gods are in fact controlled by the gods. Alexander Irving, philosopher. Wait. Who's a character from the show? Well, this must be the lab mentioned in that letter you got. SIC Domino Labs. Yep, this looks like the place. It's pretty far from the city. There's nothing else here. Doesn't the building look futuristic? SIC is a famous overseas game company, isn't it? It's a new game company that just started here in Japan, but it's already becoming a major player. Although it's relatively new, it's gotten pretty big by releasing a bunch of innovative games. They've been using 3D images and virtual reality research to create some amazingly lifelike environments. It sounds a lot like what Kaiba's company does. According to the invitation, they're doing exactly the same kind of work as Kaiba Corporation. SIC has incorporated cutting-edge technologies to develop next-generation virtual reality technologies. SIC hopes to work in the field of games to perfect this technology using the widely popular duel monsters. SIC plans to further develop the technology through gameplay. Their technology goals may be scientific, but if they're using duel monsters, I want to get a look at it. Me too, this is so exciting, but why did they send invitations to us? I think they sent invitations to everyone that ranked well at the Duelist Kingdom and Battle City tournaments. In order to test the new duel simulator, Kingdom, SIC is sponsoring a test trial, and respectfully asks for your assistance in helping us make Kingdom the best game it can be. It also says to bring friends if you want. Naturally, I thought of you guys right away. Just so we're clear, I'm here because I did so well in the tournaments. Oh yeah? Then where's your invitations? They must have been sent to the wrong address. Yeah, sure. At least we know that Yugi is here as a finalist. That's it. Come on, Tristan. I'll take you. Right here now. Stop it, both of you. This is no time to fight. Look, there's someone from the lab waiting for us. Let's get going. You must be Yugi Moto. We've been waiting for you. Or Muto. Whoops. Moto. Sorry about that. Whew. Muto's the last name of one of my friends. What am I talking about? Uh-huh. That's me, and these are my friends. Wonderful. Let's all go inside, shall we? Hey, Yugi, didn't we see this guy at Kaiba Corporation once? I think so, but all the people at Kaiba Corporation give off the same kind of weird vibe. You are all correct. I did work for Kaiba Corporation. Ah, jeez, he heard us! We're almost at the main lab. What in the world is this? This is SIC's latest simulator, codename Kingdom. This is just a prototype. We're only using the dual disc for packaging reasons. It's all original SIC hardware on the inside. What in the world? Or is this, whoops, is this what you use to recreate the world of Duel Monsters? Yes, our latest tests of Kingdom have been very successful so far. We've constructed an entire fantasy world based on Duel Monsters. We'd like you to help us test the simulator by simply playing the game as you normally would. The simulator supports multiple players, so you will all be able to play at the same time. In a multiplayer mode, everyone joins the game at as a different game character. It sounds like a networking game or something, or network game. These new games are so awesome. Kingdom is a fantasy world. The card monsters there are alive. You will all join the resistance and fight against the Empire, which is suppressing the general population. Of course, you'll all participate in the game as different characters. The game is currently set for a few hours and we'll be recording your play data from here. Cool, well, what are we waiting for? Let's play! Yeah, let's play! This is so exciting. I wonder what it'll be like. Yugi, does this seem on the level to you? Huh? What do you mean? This whole simulator seems suspicious. You're probably just overreacting. Ah, it's about to start. After 300 years of ruling the Rendezvous continent, the Sigvarth's empire is faced with a crisis. Since the 12th Emperor Heishin ascended to the throne, corruption and brutality have spread through the empire. The people suffer oppression, but their complaints have fallen on deaf ears. Heishin and a select group of his underlings have been living on the lap of luxury. Their lavish lifestyle is supported by heavy taxation, which has pushed most of the populace to the brink. People on the fringes of the empire have responded with rebellion and revolt. This uprising has extended as far as the northern part of the empire on Baxi Island. What's the matter? I don't know, but I've got a really bad feeling about this. Kingdom Simulator Overload. Safety lock engaged. Beginning transition to Mode 2. Transition to Mode 2 complete. Kingdom Simulator lock-in mode activated. What's happening? Ah! Yugi. Happen. Lord Yugi. Lord Yugi, wake up, please, Lord Yugi. Ugh, my head. You seem to be coming out of it. Where am I? Huh? You're in the port city of Makhad on the western edge of Voxy Island. You lost consciousness suddenly. You just passed out right in the middle of our meeting, don't you remember? Remember what? You appear to be suffering from memory loss. Let me explain everything as quickly as I can. Your name is Yugi. You're the leader of the resistance here in Makhad. We were planning our next attack when you passed out. We tricked the Imperial forces into splitting up, and Itos, the ruler of these lands, is left with a few guards. It was the perfect chance for us to break the Empire's repressive hold, and we're just about ready to attack. Is any of this coming back to you? Anything at all? No, none of it. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. But it sounds like I'm expected to take command of the Resistance. That is correct, Lord Yugi. You are, after all, Supreme Commander of the Resistance. Without you, we don't even have enough marshals. You must lead on the front lines. Marshal? Oh dear, have you forgotten everything? Marshals are a type of general and are central to a battle. Marshals can control monsters and engage in battle by pitting their monsters against those of the enemy. Each monster has incredible power equal to that of several thousand human soldiers. This is why marshals hold the key to victory in any battle. However, the number of men in this power over monsters is small. Including you, the Resistance has but 3. So, you're telling me that I have this special martial ability? You have it in spades, sir, although I'm afraid that your powers might be weaker in your current state. You will just have to get it back slowly in battle. In the beginning, I will assist your recovery, Lord Yugi. Remember that Imperial units usually have a marshal assigned to them as well. You will need to get your battle instincts back if you're going to defeat the Imperial marshals. For the time being, we need to finish planning our strategy and organize our units. Come this way. Well, this is a fine mess we're in. I know, it doesn't feel like we have any control over the game. I think it's safe to assume that we're trapped in this fantasy game world. They must have been planning on using us as their lab rats from the beginning. I wonder if the rest of our friends are here too. It's likely. They're probably all just confused by whatever character roles they've been thrown into as well. We've got to find a way out of here. I don't know how much of what the SIC techies told us is true, but they did say that this is a game. Uh-huh. Then it's got to have an ending, right? Maybe if we play the game and clear all the levels, it'll lead the way out. That makes sense. With help from the rest of our friends, we're sure to find a way home. That seems to be our best bet for now. Please look carefully at the map of Rendezvous. This is Makad, where we are now. And this is the largest of our next battle. The target of our next battle. We're going to liberate the rest of Voxy Island. In order to do that, we've got to take control of Tsut, the provincial capital of the East. I see. Tsut is the largest capital in the northern section. It's well defended and houses a large fighting force. We don't stand a chance if we attack head-on. First, we've got to get them to divide up their forces. We should be able to lure some units away from the capital by liberating nearby lands, places like Itos, Makad. We've already managed to thin out the defenses at Makad. Let's attack and force and take our first victory. Okay, what should I do? You will direct your marshals on the field of battle. Attack the enemy main base, Lord Yugi. I'm certainly not as strong as you, but I will also command a team of monsters and assist you. Just remember that none of your other marshals are nearly as powerful as you are. We depend heavily on you. Your success on the battlefield is the key to the success of the resistance. There are many other details to plan. Let's start with organizing our units for the difficult battle ahead. What do you mean by organizing? As you may remember, I mentioned a little while ago that an enemy army has its own marshals. Only a marshal commanding his own monster stands any chance against an enemy marshal. No matter how weak a marshal may be, he can command up to 3 monsters. We're fighting an enormous empire. The number and power of the monster units are just as frighteningly enormous. We must organize our own members into units so that we can combat the enemy. Luckily for us, we have several monsters that are willing to fight for our cause. First thing you need to do is organize the monsters into groups and assign them to your marshals. Each group of monsters is called a team. Please try to remember that, Lord Yugi. Let's start assembling teams, shall we? After the teams are assembled, it's time to send them to battle. When you are ready, please let me know. Also, pay special attention to the center monster on each team. This monster is the team leader, and the team's movement speed is determined by the speed of its leader. I understand. I'll start by assembling my teams. Alright, so here we are in the monster team phase. You can pick the marshals. It shows you how many you can have, your gold per mission, and it shows your monsters. Now, these are just the basic 9 monsters. These are the only ones that you can have at this moment. They have items they can hold. They can hold up to 3 items. They can have up to 3 abilities. Most monsters do not. Looks like Feral Imp and Karibo have Night Adept right away, and it shows their battle arts, which is their moves. You can give them items by hitting Z. You can remove them by hitting X or replace them with A, and you go into your monster screen, which shows all the monsters you've unlocked throughout the campaign. Now, I have none except for the starting ones, because it's the beginning. You can do it by order of how the game shows. You can do it by alphabetical, by typing, level, HP, attack, defense, amount of moves they have, or their, emblem color. I call it an emblem color. I don't know the official name for it, but it's basically, if an emblem color matches an emblem color, or fairly close to a marshal's emblem color, they will have better attack, defense, better amounts of moves they can use, more HP, and this goes to the stats that there are. There are HP, attack, defense, and hit points. Basic attack and defense, just how much damage you can do, well, just depends on growing or shrinking damage. Defense is how much you can take. HP is, once it drops to 0, you lose your monster, and you cannot use them again unless you have an item or something later in the next mission that we'll get to. And the stars, which are battle points. That's what I call them. It's how many times you can use a move in battle. It's kind of like power points in Pokemon, but a lot less. You do not get very many attacks in this game. Let's see here. Who else do we have? We have Kani Kabuto. Oh wow, Horn Imp, Penguin Soldier with Night Adept and Water Adept, and we also have Shadow Spectre, Zombie Warrior, and Beaver Warrior with Forest Knight and Night Adept. Alright. Even though we have Feral Imp, Celtic Guardian, and Karibo. Alright, since we can't really do much about switching around monsters, I think this is good to go for now. We don't really have any items either, so let's start the first mission. War Campaign! I'm actually going to save and then start the battle. Alright. Let's do this. The Resistance is about to engage in its first battle. Let us take the victory of this day. As you can see, there are 4 villages, including the enemy base at Makad and the base at Jakhood. Thanks to our earlier planning, the main enemy force is much smaller than it once was and is not massed nearby. The ruler, Etos, has no idea we're ready to attack. Let's take this chance to secure our position in the area. First, send someone to free the village of Ruthum. It's not very far from Jakhoud. The village is filled with supporters of the Resistance. It will be a good foothold from where we can attack. As we free the nearby villages from repressive Imperial rule, they will offer us items and money. We need both of these things to help build our forces. We should try to free as many places as possible. Currently, all of our teams are holding position in Jakhoud. Let's select teams and send into battle from Jakhoud and send them to the village of Ruthum. To send a team into battle, position the cursor over the town of the team and press the A button and select command for the team and carry out. Finally, we move the cursor to the location you want the team to go and press the A button. This dispatches a team. Okay, it's time to go to battle. Alright, so basically, there are... I can pull up... This is map mode, pretty much. Or they call it icon mode, I call it map mode. Because it shows you the map, it shows you your units, the enemy's units, and it shows you the all the towns. Green towns, of course, are the towns that you control, and red towns are the towns that enemies control. These yellow towns are neutral towns, and nobody really takes them. You can just go to them, and you get money and items, like you said. But you can only get those once, so if you lose a town to an enemy and then go to take that town back, you will not get the money back that you got, or you will not get more money that you got, or anything that you've got already. Let's see here. We don't have really anything. The trader's closed, so I can't really talk about that. Icon mode's really easy because you just click on somebody and tell them where to go. Let's see here. Since this is the first episode, I'm not going to be speeding up and post-commentating. This is pretty much everything that we've got going. Here's the team command. You can go to any city that you have people in and just control them normally. I usually prefer to do this unless there's a specific reason for not doing it. But as of right now, I'm sending both of my forces to there, and I'm going to be sending Yugi straight to the castle. There's 2 reasons I'm going to be doing this. The main reason will be showing up soon. As you can see, these characters are actually fairly slow when they're on the map. They kind of do a realistic sort of thing. Some characters are faster than others. This Feral Imp really needs to stop moving because he's like on crack or something. But the Feral Imp, I want them in there later because... Alright! Here's another thing. Grrr! Is it an ambush? Grrr! This is the instance of wild monsters. There will be monsters roaming the maps. A lot of the maps, not all of them. And these monsters will be in certain locations and you have to fight them to have them join your team. You can get them to join your team fairly well because they are very useful creatures to have join your team. Usually, like everything else, they are better than the ones you start out with. This game is really bad at giving you the shittiest monsters in the game to start out with. Except, you know, I gotta admit, even though, like, I know he's not the best monster in, like, the actual card game, because I kind of play it a little bit, not really much anymore. But the Celtic Guardian in this game is so good if you get him, like, actually upgraded and stuff. I am going to be using the Celtic Guardian throughout the entire Yugi campaign, even though I'm going to be switching his members around. That's just how good he is. I mean, I've gotten him buffed up so that he does like 2,000 damage a hit before. It's insane, and that's like over normal amounts of damage. Stop hitting my Celtic Guardian! I don't like it! Ah! Keeps hitting Celtic Guardian even though Celtic Guardian's not doing shit to you. Well, okay. That might be a little understatement. Celtic Guardian fucked you up. Let's be real here. Alright, this is the experience screen. Experience is the same for every monster. It doesn't vary, unlike a lot of games. Silverfang to join the army. You got a thing! I'm actually going to send the Celtic Guardian straight down there, even though it would be... Celtic Guardian's a little bit hurt. Okay, Yugi's a little bit hurt with Celtic Guardian. If you send them into a building, they'll heal up 1 HP every few seconds or so. It's really nice. Alright. We've successfully freed Rutham. We now have 2 footholds in the area. We're in better shape than the enemy now. But news of our attack has probably reached the main base of Makad. I've just gotten word from spies that there's troop movement at Makad. They will be headed here shortly. We can either build up our defenses and prepare for an attack or try to free another village. What would you like to do? It is much easier to meet the enemy from a village or castle than in an open field. Yes, what do you... Okay. Let's see here. As I was saying... Oh, God, I don't remember what I was saying. But, yeah, okay, he's hurt. So, unless you have certain things, you actually heal up every few... Like, a 1 HP every few seconds. There'll be later on when you don't have to just heal up every HP and stuff like that. Like I showed last time, there's Night Adept and Night Adept. There's other kinds of Adept that, if you're in that certain kind of area... Or, because this has a time cycle. But if you're in that certain area, that it shows on the screen when you are in a battle, you get boosts for your character. Like, it adds your speed. Your character goes faster than other monsters. Your monster goes faster than other monsters. Your character will go faster. A lot of other things like that. It gives you attack and defense. It's really nice for... You're trying to find the right time to attack somebody. Anyway, this is our first real battle. The reason I put 2 people in here is because one person I know is kind of super weak in this fight, which is this character. I feel really bad because she's terribly weak. Okay, anyway, I never really explained the attacking. So it's attack, special, item, info, escape, defense, and wait. Attack, you pretty much press A and you attack whoever's on the screen. Special, you can't use it now, but if a monster has a special, it'll take 2 actions, and then the monster will use an attack that usually hits everything, gives boosts to your teammates, or even decreases the enemies. Somehow gives them a status. Some attacks will give statuses normally. Anyway, items we can't use because we don't have any items. That's the X button, and you click the X button, choose your item, and pick who you want to use it on. Info, you can see the info of your monsters and the enemy's monsters, and check them. And you can even cheap around and just check stats and stuff of them in case you want to focus on a certain monster. Escape uses all of your action points, and you have a chance to escape. I don't know the specifics of this mechanic, but I know it works. Defenses use an action point, and you defense, and you usually don't lose any HP unless the monster is boosted by a special or has an item that gives them a buff. You can break through a defense if you have enough attack. And wait, doesn't use an action point, your character doesn't move. Anyway, let's get into this fight, and I'm going to attack the middle guy. These 3 characters in a team, really annoying, considering, I'll explain some items as they go along. But enemies have items all the time, and I want to punch somebody straight in the face because of it. It's so annoying for enemies to have items. Oh my god, everybody's just defending, except for the worm. Oh yeah, also if you hit start, you can see how many points you have versus the enemy's points. That actually is important too if you run out of moves. If both of you runs out of moves, whoever has the most points wins. But it doesn't kill the enemy team. You have to kill them by taking out all of their monsters. What it does is, though, if you lose, your team is stunned for 5 seconds. If they lose, their team is stunned, and your character will keep moving on. Sometimes you'll switch places with an enemy, continue going, or if you're in a base, the enemy will shoot backwards and be stunned for about 5 seconds. It's a lot of explanation. There's a lot of mechanics in this game. Good thing the first episode's for explanation, right? Haha! I love this game wholeheartedly, and I'll play it. Man, I think I've logged more hours into this game than I have any other game, and that's saying something. Like, I play a lot of Pokemon, don't get me wrong, and I've logged, like, hundreds upon thousands of hours into Pokemon. But this game was really the Pokemon I had before I actually played Pokemon, per se. So, I mean, I beat Silver when I was a kid, and I really just played this in Sonic Adventure 2 most of my childhood, and when I had friends over, we'd play Kirby Air Ride. That's what I would do as a child. So, I mean, this game is near and dear to my heart. Alright. Let's see here. Oh, another thing is marshals will have abilities, like Yugi as Master Egyptian Gods, discount, and there's some other things like construction and stuff. We'll get into that when it's important, except for discount. Some cities will have a trader, and the trader will be able to give you items. Discount gives you a discount. Obvious. Master of the Egyptian Gods is a really important one for later. I'll talk about that when it comes up, and it comes up in a long time. So, don't expect it to be coming up anytime soon. Just remember it for the back of your mind. Things will get a little interesting. Trust me. They always do. Sledgehammer. These fights are a little dull, like I said, so that's why I'm only showing the main fights, usually, except for this episode, because I kind of want to show you guys how things go, and explain all the mechanics, explain what I can do, see if something pops up, haha, bubbles, haha, kind of show you how long this game can take. This game can take freaking forever, so be prepared for a long time. A lot of monsters in this game are hidden in the most bullshit places, and I'll try to help you by showing you every one I can. I know where most of them are on the top of my head, and I will get them all. No, don't think I'm not going to get them all. I will find them all. And I will get all of them that I can, and then... Oh god, play through this game like 4 more times to get all of them again. But it just takes a while. It takes a long-ass time, and I'm ready for it. I am so ready for it. Alright. Oh, God. These matches... These first few matches take... I mean, like, a lot of these matches take fucking forever. Like, Jesus Christ. I can spend hours on one episode. Oh, yeah, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. These episodes aren't going to be daily, like a lot of my other ones are. They can record, edit right away, and crank out the next day. These episodes are going to be bi-daily. Every other day, because I need to record an episode, and then edit it, and dub over the audio again, because I'm going to be talking a little bit real-time, a little bit not. Depends on the situation. So, be prepared to not see me every day, if you cared enough. Which, oh, there it is! Oh man, I was waiting for that! Honestly, I was like, stalling for time! I need it! Oh, dang it, they waited till their guard. I can't break their guard with these characters, because these characters are just too weak. So I'm just gonna be waiting around. When you wait, you lose points, but yeah, I got a critical hit there! Just like Pokemon, you get a critical hit, and it does twice the amount of damage. This game, well, okay, maybe in Pokemon it does twice the amount of damage. I don't know how much orients the damage in this for doing a critical hit. It is ridiculous how much damage you do. Like, I've got a critical hit where my normal attack is like 400 or something like that. I've got a critical hit that's like 1200. I'm like, why was that 3 times? I guess that has to deal with attack and defense points. I don't even know. Whatever it is, it's amazing. Alright, all these guys are level 2. A lot of monsters you'll get in the wild all start out as level 2, so be prepared, or not level 2, level 1, so be prepared for that. Anyway, I'm sending 2 of my marshals to the middle because it's time to kick their ass! Oh, this is probably gonna be, oh god, no! No, expect these hours to be like half an hour long, or maybe even longer. I might have to split some episodes, if episodes go over probably about an hour or something, I'm gonna split them up into 2 halves, because even if I speed things up, shit kinda happens. Shit will not go the way you want them to. Etos! It's time to kick your ass! Insect. Oh, like, you saw Karibo had an ability, but we couldn't use it earlier. That's because some abilities are activated by items. If you know anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, you should know what item that it is. It's Multiply. And the Insect Cannon Fire is the Laser Armor. This is very, very reminiscent to the old TV show. It's time to attack the enemy base. You cannot defeat an enemy in its in its main base, a town or castle simply by fighting better than them. You must force an enemy to flee or defeat all the enemy's monsters in order to win. It is difficult to defeat an enemy in their stronghold unless you surround them and attack in waves. Be careful not to chase your enemy too far. They might be leading you into a trap. Now let's go get the enemy. You insolent nuts! Just who do you think you are? Gods! Where are my gods? You're the only one left. Get ready for the end. Ah, traitors! How dare you revolt against the Empire! I'll take some of you with me before I'm done! Man, this dude really has some pride in staying alive. Ha, 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 ha! Staying alive, staying alive. Die. I do nothing but this. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. You're gonna hear me being a jackass. Alright. A lot of weak enemies. I'm probably gonna be keeping Skull Knight on this team. Let's see here. The teams of the characters I'm keeping. I'm at least keeping one member on every team in that team. Yugi is going to be Celtic Guardian, because Celtic Guardian is freaking awesome, in my opinion. I love how good he can get in this game if you have him set properly. This team, it's going to be Skull Warrior. Or Zombie Warrior, not Skull Warrior. What the hell am I thinking? Zombie Warrior. I'm keeping Zombie Warrior on this team indefinitely. And on Fizdis's team, which is the female, it's the only other girl, I am keeping... What is it? I am keeping... Feral Imp! Feral Imp on that team, because Feral Imp is actually really good on that team. None of the other members are good until real late game. And by real late game, I mean all the way at the end. Like, after you've beaten the game already, their other characters aren't very good. It's stupid ridiculous how you can play this game and not have those good of characters. Alright, I'm probably going to kill this Blackline Fire Dragon right away. I hit the start button. I have a real bad habit of hitting the start button a lot in this game, so just be ready for that. I'm out of moves. Shit. They were ready. They were ready! I mean, damn it. Why'd you critical me? Criticals? Criticals are ridiculous in this game. You expect to get hit by a lot of them. There's so many. They just hit, like, non-stop, and I hate it so much. Anyway. Alright, you're stunned, and Yugi's going in. Probably gonna sweep up the kills. Yugi has... Oh. Maybe not Karibo! But Hornip and Celtic Guardian could probably do some good, decent damage. I don't know. Hey! Bye-bye, Blackline Fire Dragon! You die! You go to hell and you die! Alright, you died. Characters will fall behind! That's another warning! Characters fall behind like crazy in this game. Oh my god, that did like... Karibo, why are you sucking so hard? Oh man. Karibo doesn't get good until you get a multiply. And still doesn't get good until you get 3 multiplies. I've gotten 3 multiplies before. And it's insane. I forgot to mention something. Whatever. I'll do that in the next episode, because I probably don't really need much for the next episode. Oh, man! That was a nice crit! Took him down super low. I'll probably have to kill him with the Celtic Guardian, but I ain't mad. Oh, ow! Crit for a crit, I guess. Jesus Christ. Karibo, your attack moves are terrible. Why? I love you! You're so fluffy and cute! Why do you suck so hard? Well, I mean, he's kind of a meat shield in the normal card game anyway, so, you know. Alright, and we got levels up for everybody here. Okay, I think, I try to keep people even. Trust me, I try to keep people even. It's not gonna happen in this game. This game is notorious for me leaving characters behind. Ugh. It's not even fair how behind I leave them, honestly. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's do Cemetery Plague. And it's kind of funny, I love how every move is named. And, I mean, this is like 2001? Maybe this is an early game. Like, for GameCube, this is a really early game in GameCube, but it is really well designed for how old it is. Like, I'm not even, like, look at this. Like, all the models are fantastic. I mean, it's probably a little fuzzy for you guys just because Pinnacle isn't the best at recording things, and I know this, but just haven't gotten around to ordering new software. New capture card. I'll get to that soon enough. But, yeah, this is a really well-made game for being that old. I'm sure they're probably riding on the coattails of Pokemon, but whatever. Oh, they didn't level up at all? Damn! Damn! Oh, hot damn. Don't call the police and the firemen. Alright. A splendid first victory, Lord Yugi. Our actions have stirred the people in these lands to fight it back against the Empire. The noble families in the area are offering to assist us financially. If we continue to win like this, the resistance should grow nicely. The Empire is confused right now, but it's only temporary. They'll soon send units to hunt us down. Let's take this opportunity to secure our positions and fight off the enemy. Now, it's time for you to make an appearance, Lord Yugi. The people want to meet their savior. Blackland Fire Dragon has joined your army. Alright, so we got 3 items, 2 blue medicines and Monster Reborn. Blue medicines are nice. They do just a little under half health, and Monster Reborn heals you to half health after you've lost a monster. Yugi's resistance army decides to undertake its next mission before the Empire strikes back. With Sut confused about what to do, the resistance plans to free a large agricultural village in the south. Our success in freeing the Makad area has strengthened the determination of the resistance. Let's strike in stores of the Imperial forces while morale is high. We can cut them off from their supplies. The southern part of the island is mostly farmland. The Empire works most of the farmers like slaves. If we can free the area, all supplies to Sut will be cut off, and will gain a significant advantage. However, General Sebekel, one of the fiercest generals in the regular Imperial army, appears to be in the area. Sebekel is a dangerous foe, well known for his ferocity. I don't believe he has a large force with him, but we should still be careful not to make any mistakes. That reminds me, I believe we received some items in our last engagement. You can use those items by equipping the monsters with them. Just remember that you can't change your mind once you send a monster into battle. When preparing for battle, think carefully about which item to give which monster. Alright, so that's a pretty good hint that's a pretty good thing. I think that went pretty well. This has pretty much been the first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Falsebound Kingdom. In a couple of days, hopefully, I might be able to crank it out in a day. I don't know, but hopefully in the next couple of days, I'll have the next episode for you. Anyway, this is going to be MrShyshimo. Next up, we start the next mission for Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Falsebound Kingdom. And I am signing off.